Hello guys, this Neha here. Our project is basically a trivia game. So trivia game is a quiz. The quiz will display few questions. The question is generally knowledge based. So the questions come with the four options, and after clicking on an option, it will show whether it is wrong or right. So if the response is right, 1 point will be added up. So after answering all the question at the end, means after a last question, final score will be visible. So there is also retry button. After clicking on it, the game will be restarted, and we can retake the quiz. Further part will be explained by the other teammates.
Before we show you our designer and code blocks, we would like to show you how the application looks like on a mobile. So when you open our application, this is what you will be seeing, and it says, "Can you score 5 out of 5?" This is just a trivia, and there's a picture down there, and this is how you play. So which two cities in India are on the UNESCO World Heritage List? Let's say we say choose Jaipur and Ahmedabad. It says correct. Then you go to the next question and you keep playing. Right. Okay. Which Indian city is the capital of two states? Let's go with Chennai. So that's the wrong answer, obviously. And so yeah, we go to the next question. Delhi is located along which river? Um, yes, Yamuna. Next, which is the oldest college in Mumbai? I'm going to choose DJ Sangvi, and that is the wrong answer. And that was a final question. So it says game over. Your score is 3, as I got 3 right answers. And now, if I want to play the game again, I'll click on retry, and the first question is loaded again. Now, let's move on to designer blocks, which will be explained by Siddhi.
Hello, this is Siddhi Kirakar and I will be explaining the designer block of this app. So the first component which we have used to design is the label, which we have renamed it as heading. So a heading will appear at the top of the screen as "Can you score 5 on 5?" The next component is the question, with, in which all question or one question will appear one by one. The third is the list view, which we have renamed as the options. So over here, the options will appear and you have to correct or you have to click on the correct option. The next is the label 2, which we have kept it as invisible over here, and label 3, which is also kept invisible over here. The next is the image, which we have inserted as trivia.jpg, which you can see over here. The next is the button, which is renamed as OK button. So over here we have kept the OK button as invisible, but in the mobile you can see the OK button after every question. The next is the OK button, which is kept invisible. This OK button is renamed as retry, or a retry button will appear after last question, so that you can appear or you can play the game, trivia game again. Now Rashmi will explain the blocks or the coding part.
Hello, I'm Rashmi, and I will be explaining the code block of our project. So, since this is a trivia, we have initialized certain variables. The first one is points, which starts from 0, and as the user keeps giving right answers, it increments by 1. And this is the question number. So, again, we've initialized it to 1 first, and as the user keeps on playing the game further, it keeps increasing to 2, 3, 4. It keeps incrementing. We have another variable called as questions, which has a list of various questions which will be asked during the trivia. The creator can obviously increase the number of questions that they want, and they can we've just kept it at 5, but the number of questions can be innumerable. um, and then we have another variable called answers. So these are the set of right answers to these questions. And as the user starts playing, um, below these questions we'll have certain options which he or she can choose from. So this we have a list under a list inside of a list. So each list has four possible answers, and out of which one is right. So yeah, these are the initializations and variables we start with. So when the first screen which you see, you will see that there is a question, and there are certain options. So we are calling for the list and index number one. So you will see which two cities in India are on the UNESCO World and these options. Once an option out of these four is chosen, these things take place. So if the option is similar, here we are using the equal to function, and we are checking if the selected option is similar to the global answers, which is Jaipur and Ahmedabad. If that is similar, then global points gets incremented by 1 plus 1, and you see a label which says correct, good job. Now this label is initially not visible, so we also set it to visible as true, and if it is wrong, it'll just show us a wrong answer. And later, and also after this happens, the question number must also increment, and you see the second question after you click the OK button. Now as soon as you reach the last question, which is the oldest college in Mumbai question, different things should happen. Firstly, it shows game over, and it finally prints out your final score, which for that you're just calling the global points, and that is printed. And there's another label 3 which is visible now. This is the button which asks us if you want to retry or play another game or not. And you set, since the game is over, you set the global points to 0 and question number back to 1. And the visible buttons are turned to false. Now once you click on retry, again you see the first question, and everything is false, nothing is visible. You're back to the first question, and everything is gone back to their default settings. And yeah, so this was the whole code block of our project. Thank you.